That's terrific depth. And now, what a live on the out-of-bounds play.
Making threes, trying to lock down on the perimeter.
NC State. One of the things John Calipari said, all right, look at the Miami Heat. That first year where they all came together, didn't work. Took them a while. We're asking even more.
Kid Gilchrist went #1 and 2 in the draft. World that year on their team, they won a national championship. As Bird knocks down the three. They were 4
point guards that came to Kentucky beforehand. I mean, now when you get the Harrison twins, that takes you to Kentucky.
This is Chris Walker, the 6'10 player who won the dunk contest, misses from 3. Bird throws it away.
High risers. You know, when you're coming from high school, you're probably throwing a bounce pass. You're throwing a chest pass. Now when you're running down the court and you got a guy like Andre Wiggins on your team or any of these guys, you're able to throw the ball at the rim and they can go get it.
That's James.
Well, that was a bad shot. Well, you just took 2 bad shots. Now when you're playing on a good team, it's my bad. It's the accountability is different.
Very high. I don't know if you're going to be the #1 draft pick if you're not dropping 25, 30 points per night. And efficiencies, because you're playing with a ton of other great.
If the first thing isn't to fire him, I don't understand what ethics you're trying to get accomplished as a university. So it was him to keep your job.
And Jay, think about this. If the player does go off and hit somebody, that's the story. That's the story that the player went off for Terrell Sprewell stuff.
79% of their offense, as you mentioned, Jay, for an NC State team that underachieved this year, started this year in the top 5 preseason. I think the Miami Hurricanes ended up having the season that we felt like NC State was going to have. Good hustle, way to get down on the floor.
How about that? And Jay, you brought up that point before. How many good teams do we have in college basketball where they don't have a McDonald's All-American on their team? Miami was one of them with Shane Larkin.
Out to Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, who is headed to Arizona, along with Aaron Gordon, who committed yesterday. So Rondé Hollis-Jefferson.
Full court.
I mean, he's guarding other team's point guard. Look at that lateral quickness on the perimeter. That's impressive.
I like that effort. He's played more defense than Hickey. Big frame, good feet. Now you got to use that on the defensive end as well. A lot of times you see a lot of players who are very athletic, but when it's to score, good and run down low. If you go to college, to Jay's point, to me, you should have to stay 2 years. It's okay to walk around campus with a backpack and extra classes and learn something. Now
school in that second year, now you have 2 summers that you can not only work on your game, you work on your academics. After 2 years, 2 full years on college campus, you can be very close to earning your degree after 2 years.
When you talk about incentive, let's even take it to a different. And we knew that Ryan Harrell was a talented player, but not of the ilk of point guards there. You get the Harrison twins, you get Julius Randle, you get Marcus Lee, you get James Young, you could potentially get Andrew Wiggins. I mean, it just gets better and better for Arizona.
Washington, Oregon, Arizona, and Kentucky were on the list for Aaron Gordon. Ended up choosing Arizona yesterday.
To see Trey Burke come to get revenge, but the boys let me down.
Hey, you know what? We were talking before about advice. You're hanging out with friends. You have to be a lot more conscientious of the moves you make in your life.
Oh, Gordon gave it up, got it back.